Hey guys, and welcome to another video with Daily Dev channel, and today's video about installing Django framework inside the Docker container in your local machine. Prerequisite that you must have Docker installed and it should be up and running. And also, if you don't have Docker, you could install it from their website. And if you're not familiar with Docker, I would recommend visiting my previous videos about Docker and django-compose, or if you're familiar, you could just continue watching this video. Okay, let's get started. I'll call this folder my Django, and I'll use the terminal to create the files. If you're a Windows user, you could just simply create files in any way you prefer. The three files are, first one is, well, before that I have to cd, meaning getting inside this folder from the terminal. And the first file is Docker file with a capital D and no extension. Second file is requirements.txt. And the third one is the django-compose.yaml. What these three files are is the Docker file is basically what will build up the image, and we'll need the requirements to install Python dependencies. The django-compose.yaml is what will run. First, we'll build the image and run it as run the container as a service based off that Docker-compose, or based off that Docker file. Okay, so the first file we will start build is the Docker file. We need to grab the Python image, and then we'll set the work directory as user app, and then we'll copy everything from the current directory to inside user app that we have just created in the previous line. And then we will use the keyword run to run the following command inside the container. I just want to make sure I'm spelling this correctly. It's text. If I could type, that should be it. This is basically pip syntax if you're not familiar with it, to install dependencies from a file, from a text file. Here in the text file, the minimum requirements is to have the Django package. Go with the 2.1.0. Save that and exit. And the third file is the Docker-compose. We'll start with the first line is the version of the document 3, and then this services. Our service, I'm just gonna call it my Django, and then we'll specify which Docker file to build, or where to find it actually, in this, by specifying dot, meaning it's this folder. And then the command that we will need to run is python manage.py run server 0.0.08080. We'll get to this command in just a second. Let's just finish writing the Docker-compose. The next one is going to be ports. We will expose 8080 that this run server command will run. And we have the last thing is the volumes. We will share a current directory with user app directory inside the container. Volumes is basically it worked to share folders, it's sharing the folders and files from or between the running container and your local machine, meaning these files will be shared to inside the container that we will run in a second from the Docker file image that we will build of this file. Okay, so that's all what we need for now. We'll get back to this command in just a second, because now we need at least to have the Docker, not the Docker. We need at least the framework, the Django framework files, which we don't have yet here. So instead of going to Git and clone the project, we'll show you a trick that we will use the container to build that for us, because basically we have the Python, we have the Django dependency. So all what we need to do is build the image and start a project, and from there we will get the files created for us. Okay, so the command is django-compose build first, and this will build for us the image from the Docker file and install the Django dependency. As we could see, it's done. Now we will use that image. With django-compose, we could use just the service name. We don't have to look for the container ID or anything like that. So we could just say my Django. Actually, we need to give the command first, which is run my Django. And after that, we could run whatever bash commands, like Django admin start project my Django project. As you can see here, what happened is actually django-compose ran the service, meaning ran the container from the image that we just built, and execute the command we gave it, which is a Django admin start project. And that's basically a command that offered with this package, and it allows us to start a new Django project. And yeah, because of the volumes mapping we have here, we actually could see the Django, the Python Django framework, actually, yes, files here. Now back to this command. Here we are telling the container, after building it, run this command. This command is grabbing the interpreter of Python and gets to the manage.py, which is the entry point of the Django framework, and run the server, which is a built-in server written inside the manage.py, and expose it to this port. And from there we are just exposing this port to our local machine so we could access it. So let's run this service with the command django-compose up, so we could see the interface of Django tell us that it was installed correctly or not. So let's give it a shot. Okay, there's a problem somewhere. It did error because it couldn't find the manage.py, and the reason for that is manage.py under my Django project note at the root level. So we just need to say my Django project there where manage.py lives, under this folder. We'll just run the command again. Django-compose up. Let's give it a shot again. Now it's working. The install worked successfully, congratulations. So you have Django installed in your local machine via Docker, so you don't have anything installed directly to your machine, which will allow you, if you want to upgrade or downgrade Python or Django, you just could do that with a few commands. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any question, leave it in the comments. I usually go through these steps really quickly because I want to make short videos. If you guys want me to do videos with details, please let me know. Or if you have a specific question about one of the steps that I didn't explain, mention that in the comment and I will answer you or create a video to explain it. So, well, thank you for watching, and I hope you give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you like my videos, and see you in the next video.